Story 14. Jacob wrestles with God. Genesis 32:1-32. Many years had passed since Jacob tricked his brother Esau and fled to Haran. God had blessed Jacob with a large family and many possessions, but Jacob knew it was time to return home. As Jacob traveled back to Canaan with his family and flocks, he was filled with fear. He remembered how angry Esau had been when he left. Jacob wondered if Esau would still want to harm him. To prepare, Jacob sent messengers ahead to tell Esau, "Your servant Jacob is coming with many gifts to find favor in your eyes." When the messengers returned, they said, "Esau is coming to meet you with 400 men. Jacob was very afraid. He divided his family and flocks into two groups, thinking, if Esau attacks one group, the other might escape. Then Jacob prayed, "O God of my father Abraham and my father Isaac, you told me to return to my country, and you promised to do good for me. Please deliver me from Esau, for I'm afraid of him." That night, Jacob sent his family and everything he had across the river. He stayed behind, alone. Suddenly, a man appeared and began wrestling with Jacob. They struggled all night until dawn. When the man saw that Jacob would not give up, he touched Jacob's hip, and it was dislocated. Still, Jacob held on and said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." The man asked, "What is your name, Jacob?" He replied. Then the man said, "Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with men and have prevailed." Jacob realized he had been wrestling with God himself. He named the place Peniel, meaning the face of God, and said, "I have seen God face to face, and yet my life was spared." The next morning, Jacob limped because of his injured hip, but he was no longer afraid. God had blessed him and given him strength to face Esau. Reflection for children. Jacob learned that even in his fears and struggles, God was with him. Sometimes life feels like a battle, but when we hold on to God, He gives us the strength to overcome and blesses us in unexpected ways.